Night Comic Friends, I'm Travis, and it's New Comic Book Day, yay! Or at least New Comic Book Day for me. These are comics from, let's see, November 7th, I believe. This is Sunday morning. I actually got these Saturday. I just opened them out of the box. I just got off of work on Sunday morning. It's around 8:30 in the morning, so kind of day I've been having. Work, whereas the money is awesome. I'm getting paid a lot more money for the new job. I'm not bored, but it is consuming large quantities of what used to be my free time. I have had to cancel things. That's why there has been no comic book roundtable the last 2 weeks. I have 2 weeks of books here that I had planned on talking about, kind of on comic book roundtable. So sorry for everybody who was expecting that and the people who I'd invited on the show and I let down because there was no comic book roundtable. I've had to cancel all kinds of stuff. So you can see my hair. See how it's all sticking up? I was supposed to get a haircut. Yeah, didn't get the haircut either. So I got goofy hair. Anyway, let's talk some comics. Who knows? Hopefully next weekend there is a comic book roundtable. At this point, no guarantee. Something keeps happening on Saturdays and pretty much sucking up my time. And either I don't get to the books, whatever. Anyway, this week there's a holiday, Veterans Day. And to you vets who are comic book fans, thank you for your service. But with Veterans Day, I do get Veteran Days kind of off. We'll see. If I have to work, I won't work a whole lot. So I should be able to get quite a few books read. Mind you, I also have Red Dead Redemption 2 burning a hole in my pocket, and I haven't really got to play it either, and I want to get around to playing it. But let's talk comics, because that's why we're here. So my invoice says I have 17 books. I actually have, I think, like 15, because one of the books was that DC Nation number 6, which I'm not particularly interested. I do kind of browse through it, but it's not really a book. And then I also got DC's Essential Graphic Novels of 2019. So it's a list of all the graphic novels that DC's putting out right now that they think maybe you should buy. Not interested. So it basically went in the garbage. I probably should have saved it. It's probably some sort of weird collector's item. I mean, I have all the ads that Vertigo has put out over the years. So maybe I should have saved it, but too late now. It actually went way out in the trash. So first thing I picked up we'll talk about is this, Water Snakes. The official knock on the hardback book. This is put out by the Magnetic Collection, Roar. So this is a, I believe, I don't know, I'm going to say it and I can't remember who it is. This is like a subsidiary book, imprint. They're the ones that, this is the people who put out Jazz Maynard, I believe. Lionforge, that's what it is. It's an imprint of Lionforge, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. So why did I get this? Well, the cover looked interesting. These kind of warrior ladies here. The back is got a quote here. It says, "Follow me." It says, "Follow me. Now we're animals. I'm a fox, and you're a water snake in a rabbit mask." Right? So these two characters here. So basically, Mila is a solitary teenager ready to put another boring summer vacation behind her until she meets Agnes, an adventurous girl who turns out to be a ghost, and not just a regular ghost, but one carrying the essence of an ancient fallen king and a mouth full of teeth that used to be his guardian warriors. 3-time Eisner Award nominated writer-artist Tony Sandoval, and I don't know these books, Doom Boy, A Glance Backwards, and Rendezvous in Phoenix, presents a wondrous world of secret places and dreamlike magic hidden in the everyday corners of our sleepy imagination. No idea. It's one of those things where I'm browsing the, I'm going to pull it out of the plastic even. It's good for me because I have lots of books still sitting in their plastic. It just sounded cool, and the cover looked cool. And I love the fact, so it's a high quality print there. Can you see the shadow of that snake behind the water snakes? Yeah. Nice. Nice. Looks nice and creepy, right? So yeah, I dig this kind of style, this kind of watercolor, the rosy noses and that sort of thing. Not sure what I think of all the skinny people, but just to give you a sense of what it looks like here. because I've not seen the art inside. Ooh, that must be a chapter there. Look at that. It's called The Summer Grew Old. Here's this old guy traveling along over the countryside. Yeah, see, I like that. And like I said, I like that the watercolor element to it. Yeah, so I'm excited to check this out. This should be some fun. We're ready for battle. So I don't know exactly what's going on, but it looks pretty cool. Excited for that. Be checking that out. At some point, I'm going to sit down and talk about it. I got a bunch of these kinds of books that I have been reading, art books and other sequential art type books and whatnot, and I should spend some time to talk about those. He said, having opened up this video about the fact that he has no free time, yeah, it'd be great. Because, yeah, I've actually got a bunch of ideas I don't know if I'm going to get to. Okay, I don't know what they did here. Give me a second. They got a little carried away with the Scotch tape, and you know, tape is the devil when it comes to comic books. Tape the outside of these together. Okay, here we go. Animosity, issue number 17. So we're going to be fighting this group of humans where Jesse's at, and basically they treat the girls like they're queens, but in reality they're actually, well, maybe they are treated like princesses. You know, if you read or understand that princesses basically didn't get to live their own lives, everything was controlled for them, and in this case they're part of the upcoming breeding population of being proper humans, not to be commingling with animals and all that kind of nasty stuff. And it looks like the animals are geared up for war and attacking. Nowhere in the book has it gotten to this escalated to this point yet, but maybe it has. Maybe Sandoval has found them and they attack. So I'm curious to see how that plays out. I continue to enjoy Animosity. I can't at this point imagine Jesse ever making it to the West Coast. They've barely scratched the interior of the East Coast, so I just have no idea. And quite frankly, the other book that's set in this world, the West Coast is in utter war and chaos too, so I don't know. Anyway, issue number 8 of the Redlands. I love these really dark and eerie covers. I don't know if that's Dad of the Witches there or some other element. Very cool looking. He blends right in with the swamp and the vines and everything. I don't know, is that the witch he's pulling out of there, or is that the ghost? Just a really, really cool painted cover. It's really dark and really rich. And I really enjoy this book. I love the characters in it and stuff. The darkness that's there. There's a certain element of creep to it. And you get you're uneasy as reading it, and I enjoy all that as far as kind of the horror kind of element to the book. That's, for me, that's what I think a horror book should be, not the shocking thing quite as much as just the continuing to put you at unease all the time until something really does happen, kind of thing. So, or just uneasy enough the entire time that it just tickles that little part of your lizard brain, which is great too. So, love that book. Umbrella Academy. This is what is this called? It's not just the Umbrella Academy, right? That was called something. Oh, Hotel Oblivion. There's a small print there. Hotel Oblivion number 2. I am not reading this now. After reading issue number 1, I realized that I really do need to go and read. I get it, but I know I'm missing large pieces. So I need to read the second trade of the Umbrella Academy, get that and read it before I get going on the singles here. But lovely art as always. And the Suicide Squad files are back. These are Suicide Squad Black Files, as they've renamed it now. It was Suicide Squad, Suicide something else before. It typically had Katana in all of the stories, and then a backup of some sort. Some of the times it was, sometimes it was El Diablo. Sometimes it was, it was somebody else kind of thing. So this is a 6-issue miniseries. Barr is writing the Katana stuff. He is one of the original creators of Katana, and fortunately, he is a creator whose writing style moved forward with modern comic book writing styles. And there's some hints of the old there, but not enough to make the comic feel awkward, like sometimes when old writers are writing new stuff. Super excited about this because, of course, it's got the Gentleman Ghost in it too, and he's just a classy character. Yeah, like I said, I've enjoyed these before. It used to be they were split. You get half of this thick thing. And this is a $5 book, but it's thick. Half of it will be one story, half will be another. I'm not sure if that's still how it's going to be. I would guess with the number of names on here that that's probably the case. But yeah, great painted cover. Yeah, look forward to reading this. I like these kind of short little miniseries. This is 6 issues of these kind of other people. I mean, I never agree with Katana being part of the Suicide Squad, but that's what DC has decided to go with, so that is what it is. So, 7 to Eternity, issue number 12, I believe. Yes, number 12. We're fighting with some sky pirates, basically, and that's one of the sky pirates there with this cool tentacled face. I don't have a lot to say about this. I'm enjoying the book, probably 75% because of the Jerome Opinion art. It's just gorgeous, and yeah, I mean, I'm interested in the story. I'm interested in the being kind of selling your soul for the greater good or not, kind of thing, or is it selfish, and what happens after that. So yeah, we'll see. Super Sons, issue number 4 of 12. I haven't been enjoying Super Sons as much as I did when it was this ongoing series. I do love this cover, though. It is like from House of Mystery, I believe. Is it House of Mystery? It is definitely a homage to another cover, old DC cover from way back in the day. John DeCosta, he'd be able to tell me right away what it is. But who knows? Step inside if you dare. So they must be moving on to a new mystery because I think they took care of. Did they take care of the other ones? I don't think they took care of the supervillain kids, did they? I don't remember. That's how much it hasn't really impacted me, I guess. So issue 58 of Batman. I have been enjoying Batman quite a bit again. As a whole, there's been a couple issues lately that have not so much. Jan Art's going to be wonderful. I really dislike this cover immensely. Why is Batman flying out of the Penguin's eye socket? It makes zero sense to me. I'm not sure who's in the background standing backwards, their back turned with a little red eye, though, either. So this is one of those kind of covers that just it makes no sense. It would be a great picture of just a picture of the Penguin if they wanted to give us a picture of the Penguin. The Penguin has a secret, and the Dark Knight will pay the price. But yeah, having Batman flopping across it is just not good. Not good with the other stuff. The composition of that is no. As much as I love the Jan art. So look forward to reading Batman. Been enjoying it. Okay, more of my comics are taped together, so give me a second. See if I can get this off of here. You can also hear my phone buzzing. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but I can hear my phone buzzing, so hopefully that does not work again. The bastards. Border Town, issue number 3, you want to say? Yep, issue number 3. Let's see, I like this cover. Crazy striking pose, then all this crazy, looks like Incan or Mayan warriors on this side fighting hordes of skeletons in the background. I'm really looking forward to this issue. I think they've I like the characters, even though they haven't given us a lot of character for a lot of them yet. I like the potential, I guess, of those characters. Last issue was kind of a spinning in circle, it felt to me like. But at the end of it, it looks like they are going to a ancient pyramid that is buried under this border town. So I'm curious to see how that plays out. Because not only is this a border town between the United States and Mexico, it is a border town between our reality and another reality where all the South American and Central American supernatural entities actually live, and they're slipping over into our reality, the Cooper and some of those other things. So I want to get to that. I hope we get to that soon. I want to get to that. So a mini-series, I believe. I believe it is. I don't remember for sure. I want to think it is, because I can't imagine it going on for a long time. But maybe it hasn't been listed as that, though, either, because it doesn't actually say on the outside. So, I don't know. Dead Rabbit, issue number 2. I actually enjoyed issue number 1 quite a bit. Less on the writing end of it and largely on the art end of it. I really like John McCree's art a lot. I think he's a great artist. I kind of like the idea of this has-been criminal. There were some funny elements in the first one. But there's some large elements that they really don't explain. They don't explain why he gets himself re-involved with being a criminal after having been retired for so long. I mean, it does, in the sense that he's broke, and so he's working at Walmart and whatnot. But why he goes after this guy makes no sense. It has no economical value. So they need to go deeper into emotionally why would he venture back into being this character, the Dead Rabbit, this bandit, kind of quasi vigilante Robin Hood, but literally just a guy that's robbing people, kind of a guy. So yeah, get those there. And next up we have The Dreaming, another book that just, if nothing else, it is 100% art. Blisk Everly is just an amazing, amazing artist. Her work is just super, super gorgeous. Anyway, issue number 3 of The Dreaming. Lucian has summoned up this basically arbiter who clearly is on the dark side to help rein things in and gain control of the Dreaming until Morpheus chooses to come back, kind of a thing. And I think probably he has made a very bad choice, but we will see. We will see exactly what happens in The Dreaming. But like I said, the art in it is just gorgeous. Simon Spurrier does an excellent job, though, of writing this book. It so seamlessly seems like part of the Sandman universe. I don't know that I would know that this wasn't a Gaiman book. I mean, it just feels like that kind of stuff. Not that I read a Gaiman book necessarily, a Gaiman comic book, and go, oh, this was clearly, Gaiman did this. But it really feels like just like Sandman continued on, that this is continued adventures. So that, kudos for that, because I always enjoyed the Sandman. Green Lantern, issue number 1 with Hal Jordan on the cover. What are you thinking, Travis? You don't like Hal Jordan. This is the Green Lantern you absolutely hate and spend all your time burning down. Ever since you've been making videos, you've been complaining about Hal Jordan and about how he's kind of much the douchebag of superheroes as far as you're concerned. As all the thumbs down start hitting on my video. Except Grant Morrison is writing this, and Liam Sharp is doing the art on it, and I'm excited to see if they can make me excited and curious and remotely interested in Hal Jordan Green Lantern. So I've heard interesting takes on the book. So yeah, I'm curious to check it out and see what it is. It'll be up on the top of the pile to read, just out of curiosity for the Morrison. I like Grant Morrison. I like reading Grant Morrison stuff. Pretty much he has something to say about most things. And even if he doesn't really, he'll at least turn things on its ear enough to entertain me while I'm reading it. So yeah. Another book I'm excited to read, Hulk. Hulk has been wonderful. I really enjoyed it. I even liked the Avengers issue. It made sense once I actually read the thing versus just seeing, oh shit, the Avengers are in it. So I love this. Hulk has been chopped up into pieces and is in jars, and this cover is outstanding. The bits and pieces of Hulk. I would have thought his heart was bigger, but, well, no, it's almost as big as his head, so I guess that's pretty big. But yeah, that is some pretty cool stuff there. Yeah, Hulk has been wonderful. It's been this kind of largely one and done. Now we're getting a little more into the what makes Hulk tick kind of thing. But I have, like I said, just really, really been enjoying it. Really been tickled by Al Ewing's the Hulk. It's been fun. Oh boy! So here we go. Justice League. Issue number 11, but is the Drowned Earth Part 2, and I did not read Part 1 because it was in Aquaman, and I'm not doing that. I'm not playing the crossover thing. Worked out fine for the Wonder Woman stuff. Not going to work out for me here because I'm not doing Aquaman until Kelly Sue's on the book, which I believe comes after all this. This book will look gorgeous. Francis Manapul does all the art in it. I have been enjoying Snyder's take on all of the rest of the superheroes. So hopefully I'll enjoy this piece, and hopefully it gives me enough to know what's going on. I know the premise. I know that they've crack open this locked in key that opens up a reality and a dimension where all the at a gateway, I guess maybe it's a gateway is the proper thing to call it, where all the ocean life of all of the planets can come to save Earth originally, but that really wasn't, but that's not who they've opened up and rescued. They've actually opened up and rescued the monsters who are coming to invade Earth. So they're basically like the equivalent of what they showed, like these equivalent of other versions of like Poseidon. I mean, that's not really what they are, but that's the easy way for me to talk about it right here. And they are storming to drown Earth. This new water looks a little different. It's flooding the entire planet, and everyone will drown, and they will win. Huzzah! So, I mean, partially to the story, I just want to pick up those stray Aquaman books to do it. And I think as I was ordering this, I don't pay attention to the solicitations for the books I just know I'm going to get. So I wasn't aware that I needed to jump on Aquaman because I'm not paying attention to Aquaman either. So by the time I order the books 2 months in advance, too late for me because I didn't read the solicitations. Because I don't like reading the solicitations because it spoils the store for me if I already know I'm getting it. And I already know I'm getting these books. The most I'll look at solicitations is enough to see who the creators are on the off chance the creators changed. But at any rate, and finally this time, a little bit of comedy. It is The Wicked and Divine. This is the funnies. The funnies, issue number 1. So I think this is largely going to have funny stuff in it. So I wish Medusa would stop objectifying people. Get it? So if it's going to be full of Kieran Gilliam, the writer of the book, full of his puns and whatnot, it should be painfully funny. But yeah, I mean, this is the break between arcs. I think this is the funny. We get this, then there's a break, and then they come back with the final arc of The Wicked and Divine, which I'm betting is not a party because it hasn't been so far. And my God, this video has gone on 20-some minutes. 20-some minutes of my free time that I could have been spent reading comics. Instead, I'm talking comics with you. Anyway, I'm going to shut this down because it's gone on long enough that probably half of you aren't going to watch it all the way through. Anyway, thank you once again for those of you who stuck with me. Apologies to people that I have let down by not showing up when I said I was going to show up, and for not replying to all the videos that I get and whatnot. Or replies to my videos. I will get to them. I will. I may be responding to something that you can't remember because it was more than a month ago when you did it, but I will. I will get to it. Anyway, have a great one, everybody, and hopefully I'll see you next weekend on Comic Roundtable.